Have you ever felt hurt or upset by someone's words or actions? Well, if so, you're not by yourself. Many of us have struggled with taking things personally, and often this is a pattern that is in past experiences of complex trauma. So, in today's video, we're going to explore why this happens and, more importantly, how to break free from this exhausting cycle. Hi there, I am the essence of femininity, and I just want to share this message with you. Hi there, I am the essence of femininity, your certified professional life and recovery coach for codependency recovery, and this is my YouTube channel. I'm Yellow Butterfly. Today I want to dive into how to stop taking things so personally, but before we do that, I want to share a light on how this happens in the first place. And it is rooted in what is called complex trauma. And I'm learning this too. Complex trauma typically develops in childhood due to repeated overwhelming experiences, usually within relationships. And many people associate trauma with extreme situations like abuse or severe neglect, but complex trauma also occurs like when a child is left to handle intense emotions without support of an emotionally available adult that can help them through the process or to self-soothe. So when someone experiences complex trauma, several things can happen. For example, they may struggle to develop a clear sense of self, making it difficult to understand who they are and where they fit in the world. Also, they often carry a deep sense of shame, feeling as though something is inherently wrong with them or they are unworthy of love. And also, another thing is emotional maturity, because that can be stunted, keeping them in this self-focused mindset or what is called the egocentric state. And when you're younger as a child, you're naturally in an egocentric state. And you believe that everything around you is happening because of something that you've done. Now, that's not the case. But for an example, I'll share with you. When you're a little kid, you may be eager to share this picture that you drew with your mother. And when you took it to her, maybe she bust out in tears and ran into the bathroom crying. But you feel like it's your fault because you wasn't met with the same enthusiasm. What you don't know is that maybe she was on the phone and got a terrible call that something happened to a loved one, and you didn't know that, but what you experienced shaped your reality. And although she may have been receiving bad news about the loved one passing away or something, you didn't know. And so you just felt that based off of that reaction that you received, that is something that you did, or you were the cause of her being unhappy. I know that's a far-fetched example, but that's what I pulled off the top of my head. Now, if a child grows up in a nurturing environment where emotional needs are met, they will eventually mature out of the self-focused thinking and learn to see situations from multiple perspectives. Unfortunately, in today's society, some of the interactions that you have with people possibly stems from insecure individuals who lacked growing up in a nurturing environment. And if emotional support was lacking, they may continue to interpret other people's actions as personal attacks. Take, for an instance, encountering you. Just consider that you and your coworker have a project to do at work, and there's this person who has just become so passionate about their project that they're acting out. Now, because you have grew up in a nurturing environment, you don't see them as being rude. You just say, hey, they're just really passionate about what they're doing. But someone else could say, you know what, this person doesn't like me. They don't want to work with me. They don't like me. They can't stand me. They just don't like me. And if you tend to take things personally, you're likely know how exhausting it can be thinking like that. And trust me, I know I've been there, and I still catch myself thinking like this at times and have to make the corrections. Just know that you can constantly overanalyze interactions all the time. But the truth is how people act that is more about them than it is you. And you have to stop thinking that everything is about you and let that sink in, okay? Their interactions stem from their own emotions, communication styles, and past experiences. It's not about you. And once this is fully understood, life becomes much more peaceful as you no longer feel like you're hurt by any perceived slight that you may have. And just know this, the mind craves certainty, so it often creates narratives about people who behave a certain way because it's what they want to believe. However, these assumptions, they're not always accurate. So just know that when a person is perceiving things about you and spreading lies and other narratives and saying things like, you're not smart enough, you don't belong here, or whatever the case may be, just know it's about them and it's not about you. And then you'll feel better. You'll be able to get through it a little bit better. The next time you catch yourself making up a story about someone's actions, and I'm speaking to the people that does this, pause and acknowledge it and ask yourself these questions. Does this story make me feel better about myself? That's why I'm telling this lie or making these things up. Or is it something that I need to hold on to feel empowered or superior about myself? Because you need to check yourself too. Now, this is going to help you create some space between knowledge and truth and assumptions, because it's going to get you to think, but you've got to be emotionally mature enough to even sit with that kind of truth. So anyways, another thing, many who have experienced complex trauma, they struggle with directly asking questions due to their fear of conflict or discomfort with assertiveness. So I want you to understand that it's important for you to get clarification and get yourself out of the way of asking the right questions. Practice being assertive. Practice just asking questions and being straightforward. And the more you get in the practice of this, the better you'll become. And if you haven't started yet, I want you to start observing how often you interpret situations that other people are going through or what other people are projecting onto you. I want you to start realizing, is this a me thing or is this a them thing? And just know, some people are conditioned to believe the worst, no matter how much proof there is to prove otherwise. Those lives, those perspectives, those ideologies, it protects their ego and low self-esteem. So don't put yourself out too much by focusing on what other people think of you, because 9 times out of 10, it's just they need to feel that way to feel good about themselves. But know this, over time, consistently applying some of the steps that I've talked to you about, it's going to help you break some of the cycles of personalizing things. And although the shift doesn't happen overnight, like I say all the time, just keep practicing. And you'll begin to see what I mean. You'll understand what I'm talking about. Now, I'd love to hear what you have to say. Share with me in the comments if this message resonated with you or if you was able to take something from it. And also, I want you to join my community, join my network, and let's work together and create the life you deserve, because freedom, it starts here. Bye now.
Are you ready to break free from codependency and reclaim your sense of self? Introducing the Essence of Femininity's 21-day Codependency Recovery Mastery Program starting May 1st, 2024. Led by a certified professional life and recovery coach, this program offers guidance and support to help you navigate the complexities of codependency and foster healthier relationships. But hurry, participation is limited and seats are filling up fast. Don't miss this opportunity to embark on a journey of healing and empowerment. The Essence of Femininity, empowering you to reclaim your authenticity and live a life of freedom.